Hello everyone, welcome to SS Multimedia. This is Harshita Sheshala, and in this lesson we'll be learning the customary units of capacity. So let's get started. Our objective for today's lesson is learning to change one customary unit of capacity into another. So pretty much the whole objective. So we'll be learning how to turn 2 gallons into fluid ounces or quarts or pints. So let's get started. Before we go into actual problems, let's look at the chart. Okay, so let's understand how many gallons equals to how many quarts, pints, cups, and stuff. So each bar represents 1 gallon. So 4 quarts equals to 1 gallon, and then let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 8 pints equals to 1 gallon. So I'm gonna write 8 here. And then 16 cups equals to 1 gallon. So yeah. And now I just wrote some customary units so that we can remember them. And by the way, you might not remember them now, but as you do more examples and more questions, you'll memorize these. Okay? So 1 gallon equals to 4 quarts. 1 quart equals 2 pints. 1 pint equals 2 cups. 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. So if they ask a question like how many how many cups are there in in a quart, then we can just look at this chart. So 1 quart is all the way here. So one, two, three, four. So that means there are 4 cups um, let's see, in 1 quart. And also, if they ask how many cups there are in a pint, you can just look at it. So, one, two. So this is 1 pint, and you can see that there's 2 cups. Now, let's start doing some examples. Okay, so I wrote down this chart so that we don't have to keep going back. Alright, our first question is 4 cups equals to how many fluid ounces? To find that, we have to find how many fluid ounces there are in 1 cup. When I look at my chart, I see that 1 cup equals to 8 fluid ounces. So, that means we would have to try to find how many fluid ounces there are in 4 cups. So, 4 cups equals how much? We can just do 4 times 8, and we'll be able to find the number of fluid ounces there are in 4 cups. So 4 times 8 is 32. Those are how many fluid ounces there are in 4 cups. So let's move on to the next question. It asks how many quarts there are in 3 gallons. So we know that 1 gallon has 4 quarts. So we're trying to find how many quarts there are in 3 gallons. So we can just do 3 times 4. So we're basically multiplying the number of gallons by the number of quarts there are in a gallon. And we'll be able to find the answer. 3 times 4 is 12. And those are how many quarts there will be. So we can even go back to our visual representation, our chart. See, so there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. So we can just do 4 plus 4 plus 4. So this is the first gallon, second gallon, third gallon. And 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 3. Is 12, not 3. So we figured out the answer for the second question. Now let's move on to the third question. The third question says 2 quarts equals to how many cups? Well, I see that 1 quart is 2 pints. Okay, so we can't just skip any steps over here. So we would have to find the number of pints in 2 quarts, and then we can find the number of cups in 2 quarts. Okay, so let's see. 1 quart equals to 2 pints. So we're trying to find how many pints there are in 2 quarts. Well, in 2 quarts, I'm just gonna write QUARTS. In 2 quarts, there will be 4 pints. Okay, so and then there 1 pint in 2 cups, and we can even go back to our chart. So let's see. We're trying to find how many pints there are in four. I mean, how many cups there are in 4 pints. So I see one, two, three, and then four. So our pints will be all the way till here. We can just count how many cups there are. One, two, three. I mean three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So that means there are 8 cups in 2 quarts. We can do it in another way too. So they're asking for 2 quarts, and 2 quarts is still here, and then we can just do this, and then we just count the number of cups there are, and it wouldn't make a difference. So you're gonna end up with the same answer. All right, let's move on to the next question. Actually, before we move on to the next question, I'd like to tell you how to do it without using the visual representation or chart. So 2 quarts equals 4 pints, and then we can just do 4 times 2 to find the number of cups there are in 1 pint. 4 times 2 is 8, so that's our answer. Now, let's do the fourth question. 12 quarts equals to how many gallons? Well, so here we're working backwards. So I want to change the question a little bit. So let's turn it into 16 quarts. Let me change it quickly. Okay, I changed it. So 16 quarts equals to how many gallons? Well, let's see. Let's do both ways. So let's do like using the chart and then without using the chart and using this multiplication and division. So they're asking how many gallons there are in 16 quarts. So 1 gallon equals to 4, right? So if we have 4 more like that, so 1, 2, 3, 4, this will be 2 gallons. So including this, okay? Including 1 gallon. And then once we add 4 more, this will be 3 gallons. And look at it. See, we have 12, but we need to find out how many gallons there are in 16. So let's add 4 more. And this will be the 4th gallon. Alright, so 4 gallons is 16. So 16 quarts equals 4 gallons. Now let's try to use this chart to find the answer. Well, so let's see. How many quarts are there in a gallon? Well, there's 4 quarts in a gallon. So we can just divide 16 by 4 and we'll find the answer. 16 divided by 4 is 4, and yeah, so we got the answer. It's 4 gallons. So no matter which method you use, you're going to get the same answer. It's problem time. So we have 2 questions right here. Pause the video and try these 2 questions on your own. And once you're done, unpause and see if you got your answers right. And by the way, I copied the chart over here too, so that you don't have to go back to the video or go back to another chart. I will assume that you guys paused the video and let's get started. Let's see if you got your answers right. So 16 pints equals to how many cups? Well, I see that that 1 pint equals to 2 cups. And we're trying to find how many cups there are in 16 pints. So what we have to do is do 16 times 2 to find the answer. 16 times 2. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. 32. So there are 32 cups in 16 pints. And we can also check it using the visual representation. So here I have 16 cups and then 8 pints. Alright, so what they're asking for is 16, how many there are in 16 pints. So as you can see, we would have to do 8 times 2 to get 16, right? So then we're going to do 16 times 2 to find the answer. That would be 32. So if you guys get confused using the chart, get confused using um, this, you can just use the chart. Now let's move on to the second question. The second question says 7 cups equals to how many fluid ounces? So we know that 1 pint equals to 2 cups and then 1 cup equals to 8 fluid ounces. So all we have to do is multiply 7 by 8 and we'll find our answer. 7 times 8 is 56. So there are 56 fluid ounces in 7 cups. So I would like to add another question. So try this question on your own. So how many quarts there are in 12 pints? Not fluid ounces, but quarts. Okay, pause the video and try this question on your own, and then pause and see if you got your answer right. Okay, I'll assume that you guys paused the video, and let's try to figure out the answer. And I'm just going to scroll down. Alright, 12 pints equals to how many quarts? So let's do it. So I'm just going to rewrite the question. 12 pints equals to how many quarts? Alright, so what we're trying to find is how many quarts there are in 12 pints. So let's go back to our chart, and I see that there's 1 pint. So in 1 quart there are 2 pints. So all we have to do is divide 12 by 2 and we can find the answer. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So 6 quarts. Let's use the chart. So they're asking how many quarts there are in 12 pints. So, and see. So we would have to add 4 more. 1, 2, 3. So 4. Now let's do this. And as you can see, for every 2 pints there will be 1 quart box. So it would be right over here. And how many did we add? We added 2 more. So 1/4 quart. I'm just going to write Q. And now let's count how many quarts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we still got 6 quarts. So that's our answer, 6 quarts. Alright, and that was all for today's video, guys. Please comment down below how many questions you got right from problem time. So we basically have 3 questions in problem time, including this one. And thank you for watching. Like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to get notified on our new videos, make sure you tap the notifications bell.